I didn't even think
Game
of that.
shot on the fourth leg.
But you're spot on.
Jim Long.
You're just trying so hard to give you... Oh, here we go, Nico.
Great shot, eh?
180.
Called it. He did it yesterday, didn't he? Just at the right time. It's not a coincidence that good dart players do good things in great moments.
100. Jimmy require
And key
104.
moments.
And he's going to have to hit the 104 off the back of it. You saw what Lukasiak did with a two-darter yesterday at the end. Long gets a dart. And it's a
Game
wonderful,
shot and the
wonderful
match.
finish
Jim
from Jim
Long.
Long. 284 in 6 to finally...
Yeah, and when you're in this situation, sometimes the treble 20 just shrinks. You're just trying so hard to give you... Oh, here we go, Nico.
Great shot, eh?
180.
Called it. He did it yesterday, didn't he? Just at the right time. It's not a coincidence that good dart players do good things in great moments.
100. Jimmy require
And
104.
key moments.
And he's going to have to hit the 104 off the back of it. You saw what Lukasiak did with a two-darter yesterday at the end. Long gets a dart. And it's a
Game
wonderful,
shot and the
wonderful
match.
finish
Jim
from Jim
Long.
Long. 284 in 6 to finally get that break of throw that he craved. And now he does have 10 points at the top of the table, because that very marginal win with an 87.29 average, that's just exactly what he does all the time. That really was a beautiful display with the final 6 darts. That is the first game over with, and when we come back, it will be Victor Tingström of Sweden. It's his turn against Rene Idams.
16.
With MVG, very much had the pointing skywards, and now the hands closed. Tops. Can he find the double to lead? Beautiful,
Game shot
right in the middle.
third leg.
Yeah, so now
Victor
with Michael,
Tingström.
the points move into the ground, so there's a lot of wrist.
Rene require 114.
They're the only 2 referees we have that rhyme.
Well, nothing rhymes with Corstafine. Maybe morphine, I'm not sure.
Clementine.
Game shot
Well,
the
that's
sixth leg.
3-3 with a 114.
Rene Idams.
For Rene Idams, whose biggest finish yesterday was 160. 8 points. Has
Game
Victor's
shot
name
and
on
the
it.
match.
He does go
Victor
to second
Tingström.
position in the table for now, but he has played one more game than the person he's just overtaken in Dmitry Zhukov. The performance, he will not remember it for all the right reasons, but it's all about points at the end of the day, and Victor gets it by 4 legs to 3.
And I'm pretty sure well, Murav would know the answer to that question if he said to me, do something about your flights are falling on the floor.
Game shot on the fifth
Well,
leg.
Connor's done something about that.
Connor
That's his best
Hopkins.
leg of the day so far. 15 darts.
Afforded himself 8 opportunities. Make that 9. Wow,
Game
eventually
shot and the match.
finds the double
Connor
2, and you
Hopkins.
can see the relief on the face of Connor Hopkins as he picks up his second win of the campaign, and as Nico said, halts the progress of Dmitry. Well, averages well below what they would want, but Connor Hopkins will be more than happy with the 2 points. Highlight there, 100 finish for Connor Hopkins, and of course getting the win. When we come back, Victor takes on Oscar.
Double 1.
No score.
Still alive.
Yeah, he took
Victor
He
require
took way
84.
too much time over that first dart at double 2. Treble 20 for double 12 for 3-3. Single 14. Oh, double 11.
Game shot on the sixth
Well, he's
leg.
pulled one out of the fire
Victor
there.
Tingström.
The 54 route to try and leave the double 16 with the 18
Victor
layup.
requires 68.
Thinking about it. Can he do it for his second win of the day? You can see that he wants to leave double 16 via the treble 12. He doesn't get it. So it is tops for the match. He needs one dart to kill it. Oscar couldn't do it in 7. That's what that game was all about. Did he put too much pressure on himself? I think he did, but ultimately he does get the result. And he's now on 10 points with Jim Long. Having said that, Jim has got a game in hand. And that will come next against Dmitry Zhukov. Well, Jim knows that leg should have been done. This one would sting him. Oh, look at that. In perfect order.
Dmitry Zhukov.
This is a nightmare to predict today. Averaging just a shade over 90 here. A marked improvement as he goes for double 19. And finishes the game really quickly.
Dmitry Zhukov.
That is a really good performance from Dmitry. And it has to be his best performance of the week. Opportunity.
98.
And it could be our first game that doesn't go 7 legs. Averaging just a shade over 90 here. A marked improvement as he goes for double 19. And finishes the game really quickly.
Dmitry Zhukov.
That is a really good performance from Dmitry. And it has to be his best performance of the week because he's not only beaten Jim Long, he's not only put 80% on the doubles, but it's his best average as well. A really good sign as Dmitry forgets about the snooze button this time and definitely turns up. When we come back, it will be Connor Hopkins and Rene Adams as they finish off round number 2. He made it look even prettier. Those two bullseyes were
Side by side.
sensational.
Game
However, he loses the leg.
Connor Hopkins.
Gone on to do great things, and how many haven't?
No score.
Rene. That's a different one. That low delivery. It's been plaguing him the last day and a half.
I thought you were going to break into some French then, Nico.
Je ne sais pas pourquoi.
1.
I don't know why.
Rene requires 66.
Most languages I've been to, I do learn the swear words and how to order a beer, but I don't think I've been to France once.
Game shot the 4th.
My, that's such a steal. After what he did in the previous visit, he won't believe he's got 2-2 now. Adams has got a match-winning chance. He's got the 17, whether he liked it or not. And he has got the 42 and the 32.
Shot on the match.
Well, it was a bit untidy, but at the end, he does get the 4-2 win. That's a game he could have easily lost. But now, via that win, he joins Connor Hopkins on 4 points in the table. And he does hurdle him in the table because he does have a superior leg difference. A very similar game to what we saw yesterday. They will have their 3rd battle around about this time tomorrow. Dmitry Zhukov and Victor Tingstrom will take us into round 3 just after this. The fact that he has twice makes him feel sick. What's even worse is that he might lose the leg on double 16. Didn't like that one. First time I've seen him back off a shot.
Game shot.
What a decision it was as well.
Dmitry Zhukov.
Great composure from Dmitry. The treble in that dart. Again, he leaves himself in position. I've got to give him credit for that. But it's bull first. And tops
shot on the match.
Talk about a crescendo to that one. A little bit of flair from Dmitry Zhukov. Fantastic stuff from him. The treble in that dart. Again, he leaves himself in position. I've got to give him credit for that. But it's bull first. And tops
shot
after.
on the match.
Talk about a crescendo to that one. A little bit of flair from Dmitry Zhukov. Fantastic stuff from him. As he averages just shy of 88. But the finish at the end, bravo, we say. He was brilliant on the finishing in that game and the previous game. He really has got his doubling boots on today, hasn't he? And Victor Tingstrom is defeated in that one by 4 legs to 2. Or are we going the distance? Thinks about this one a little bit.
80.
Just misses out. Just missed out on a vital
40.
double 16 earlier in the match. And double 10 denies him there as Oscar looks to go to 8 points in the table. 2 points behind the trio at the top.
Game
And the last
shot
star
and
gets
the
it done.
match.
So the
Oscar
middle match of the
Lukasiak.
day is won by Oscar Lukasiak. And for the day, that's his first win. So they really are sharing out the points today. But the most important thing is that Oscar wins that by 2 legs and consolidates his position in 4th with 8 points and -4. And Jim Long has got a game in hand on everybody, apart from Connor Hopkins, who he will play in the next game.
Would have betted on double 19.
Yeah, good point. There's time yet. Another single for tops for Jim. Just to tidy things up a bit.
Game shot on the
Yeah, that's
second
pretty
leg.
tidy.
Jim Long.
But he could make things easier on
28.
himself.
Jimmy require
He
108.
takes full advantage of that mistake from Connor. He's got the 19s. He's got the
Game shot on
32.
the fifth leg.
And he now
Jim
has the
Long.
throw. The only person to blame, we have to say, for losing that 5th leg
Fifth leg is Jim
is
to
the
throw
other guy in the
first.
black shirt
Game on.
because he did everything right to get to 36.
Adjustment, so 1 for double 12. Oh dear.
19.
That is
And
something
he requires
that
16.
we are starting to notice. Doubles at opportune moments have been missed by Connor. He can barely see that double 8 now. Look at that. But look at his
Game
ability
shot
to
and the
find the bottom
match.
half of it.
Jim Long.
That could be a very valuable 2 points that Jim Long has just amassed there, because that re-establishes a 2-point cushion at the top of the table, and he does improve to plus 11 on leg difference, which is 1 ahead of Dmitry Zhukov. You can see that Jim had to work very hard for that victory, but he does win it by 4 legs to 2.
Still of the result
Oscar
yesterday,
required
Paul, because
32.
Dimitri won this tie. Full zip. And Oscar has the opportunity here to
Game
repay, and
shot
he's
and the
done
match.
just that with
Oscar Lukasiak.
finding double 16 with his first start, an average of 83.5, 4 out of 11 on the doubles. The sole 180 in the match went the way of Oscar, and he picks up the 2 points and moves on to 10 points. We now have Jim Long on 12, Dimitri, Victor, and now Oscar, all on 10 points. When we come back, Victor will be taking on Connor.
Do you know how many world champions there are
Game
out
shot on
there?
the first leg. Victor
Well-
Tingstrom. Victor required 10.
Double 5. Which has seen a Welsh player win a world title on it. Oh,
No
and he's got a
score.
Taylor hitting double
And he
12.
required 32.
Double 16.
Game shot on the
Finds
third
Connor
leg.
Hopkins a very
Hopkins.
unusual leg for a 4-1 victory. And he does find the
Game shot and the
77.
match.
It's a
Victor
good win
Tingstrom.
because it gives him 2 points, but performance-wise, he will not be pleased. The numbers don't make for brilliant reading, but this is a game about points. You don't get bonus for your average. So, 4 out of 14 on the doubles, and an average sub 75 still gives him the 2 points. And now, he is second in the table. When we come back, Germany's René Idams will take on Jim Long in the final game of the round.
When he requires 72.
Doesn't get a great deal of 180s, Jim.
Nope.
Game shot on
But
the
that
first
is a
leg.
shot out of the blue, isn't it?
René
What did he
Idams.
amass yesterday? 4, wasn't it?
4. That's a somewhat...
It's all the way. Oh, he's got to move, surely. Yeah, well, you can see what he can see.
No
Not a
score.
lot.
Jimmy required 10.
I think his margin for error there was about 0.5 millimeter. Can Jim see much of that double 5?
Game shot
well, if
and
he
the
could,
match.
he
Jim
found
Long.
it because his dart's going very flat. I don't think that was a marker for him. I think it was a blocker. But ultimately, he found the right-hand side of the bed to get a very valuable 4-2 win. And now he's at the top of the table on points alone, and his leg difference has improved to plus 13 as well. 9 rounds of play have come and gone here in Group A. Round number 10 will follow. It's been completing doubles to stop people getting match shots enough. He's not been clinical in that department.
Game
Oscar
shot on the
wins
match
by 4 legs to
Oscar
2.
Lukasiak.
He was the better player. He did get the match chances, but unfortunately, Connor was not able to stop the Swede for a second consecutive day. Lukasiak wins that one by 4 legs to 2 with an 83.31 average, and he finishes the day on 12 points.
Dimitri Roy 120.
Seen him do this today. Oh, how much of the tops can he see?
Game
Enough.
shot on the first leg.
Well, that was
Dimitri
far off
Zukov.
identical.
Dimitri
Neither do
Roy
I.
You're
180.
1-0 down. You've got to give yourself a dart at least the ball. Or a double 5.
We'll just do what Dimitri did earlier today by hitting bull tops with 2 darts. Oh,
shot
it's a
the
second
second
ton
leg.
plus finish in 2 legs from
Dimitri
Dimitri. Judging by the way he's finishing, this could be
Dimitri Roy
all
80.
over Red Rover.
Yeah, he's not missed tops, has he? 3 from 3. Might as well go tops.
We have seen 5 double tops in a match to win 4-0.
Game
don't hear,
shot on the match.
But we do see the 4-0.
Dimitri Zukov.
Well, 12 points for the day. Well, no, it's for the group actually. For the day, it's been not bad. It's 6 each day. Very consistent from Dimitri Zukov with the 4-0 win there and the 80% on doubles for the second time today. He is going to be a factor in the table tomorrow. As far as how far he is behind the top spot, let's find out with our final game between Jim Long and Victor Tingstrom.
Backswing is so short, isn't it?
Bullseye for Jim for 1-1.
Game shot on the second leg.
Beautiful.
Jim Long.
He is a heartbreaker with that shot. Victor left himself on a bogey number there. Didn't give himself a chance of taking the 2-1 lead at that visit. But Jim will. And he
Game
does
shot on
hit
the
double
third
18
leg.
for the 2-1 lead.
Jim Long.
Double top.
No score.
Can't do his job on that one.
Victor requires 67.
It's pretty much the only time he's failed on doubles in this contest. That's been his strong suit in this 15th match of the day. And that one is short as well. 2 chances to save the match.
40.
Neither pay off. And Long gets another look at 220s.
$30.
6 starts for the match have been missed.
Victor required 20.
Victor genuinely thought that this was over, as did we all. But this sport is played by humans, not robots.
Game shot on the sixth flag.
And let's go the
Victor
distance.
Tingstrom.